Mathematics class 12 chapter 11 three-dimensional geometry. In the last class we have studied exercise 11.1. Today we shall study equation of a line in a space and shortest distance between two lines. Now equation of a line in a space we shall derive in two ways, when a point is given and direction is given, and secondly when a line is passing from two different points. So let us start with the first one, that is equation of a line through a given point and parallel to a given vector b. Let vector A be the position vector of a given point A with respect to origin O of the rectangular coordinate system. We have got a point A, okay, it is given to us in a rectangular coordinate system whose position vector with respect to origin is vector A, okay, that is the position vector. Let L be the line passing through point A and is parallel to B. Now from point A we draw a line L which is parallel to the vector B. Let vector R be the position vector of an arbitrary point P on L. We take arbitrary means any point P on line L whose position vector with respect to origin is R. Then AP parallel to B. Now see, we have taken this line L which is parallel to vector B, and P is point on the line L. That means AP will become parallel to vector B, right? So AP parallel to vector B. Now if two vectors are parallel, that is vector A parallel to vector B, then the relation between that A and B is given as A equal to lambda into B. So similarly, if AP parallel to B, then the relation between this is vector AP equal to lambda vector B, and lambda is any real number. Lambda belongs to R. But AP, we know AP means position vector of P minus position vector of A. That is, position vector of P is OP minus position vector of A is OA. Okay, this way we write the vector AP, that position vector of P minus position vector of A. OP, we know that OP is taken as R, that is a position vector of point P, that is vector R, minus OA, position vector of A, that is vector A, equal to, this value is nothing but lambda B, so this equal to also lambda B. Now from here, if you transfer this minus A over here, it becomes plus, so you get here vector R equal to vector A plus lambda into B, and this is the vector equation of a line, okay, where a point is given and a direction is given. So this is vector form. Now we shall write in the Cartesian form. So let A, x1, y1, z1, these are the coordinate of point A, and direction ratios of a line B, A, B and C, and coordinates of any point P, x, y, z. So P is any point on a line whose coordinates are x, y, z. Then we can write the position vector as vector R equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, and vector A, position vector of point A is there, right? So position vector of A is vector A equal to x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap, and the direction ratios of a line is given, that is vector B equal to I cap plus b j cap plus c k cap. Therefore, the Cartesian equation of line is given as x minus x1 by A equal to y minus y1 by B equal to z minus z1 by C. So that is a Cartesian form of equation of line. Now, these are the direction ratios are given. Suppose you are given LMN, that is DCs are given. DC means direction cosines are given. Then the equation of the line, just replace this ABC by LMN. The direction ratio replaced by direction cosines. So this equation, if you are given the direction cosines, is given as x minus x1 by L equal to y minus y1 by M equal to z minus z1 by N. Okay, so that is when you are given direction cosines. Now second part is if you are given line passing from two different points, okay, equation of line passing through 2 points. So let A, vector A and vector B be position vectors of 2 points, vector point A x1 y1 z1 and B x2 y2 z2, that are on a line. So small a is a position vector of point A and small b is a position vector of point B, okay, and they are on a line. Let R be position vector of any arbitrary point P, X, Y, Z, then P is on a line if and only if AP equal to R minus A and AB equal to B minus A are collinear vectors. Now we take any point P, X, Y, Z, okay, with the position vector R. Now suppose we say that P is on the line passing from A and B. So if P is on the line, that means AP, okay, and AB, okay, are collinear, right? And what is AP? AP, if you write, it is position vector of P minus position vector of A. Position vector of P is R minus position vector of A is small a. Okay, and vector AB is equal to position vector of B, that is small b, minus position vector of A, that is small a. Okay, so B minus A are collinear vectors. Therefore P is on the line if and only if, already we said that if two lines are parallel, I gave the relation, right? We use this relation. Similarly, the two lines are collinear, also we have got the same relation. Okay, so that means we are using here the collinear. That means you can say that AP equal to lambda times AB, right? So AP is this one, R minus A equal to lambda times AB, that is B minus A. Okay, now if you transfer this minus A over here, it becomes plus. So you get vector R equal to vector A plus lambda times B minus A. Lambda belongs to R. So this is a vector form of equation if 2 points are given. Okay, and let us now write in a Cartesian form. So if vector I is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, and vector equal to x1 I cap plus by1 j cap plus z1 k cap, and vector b equal to x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap, then equation of line in a Cartesian form is x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1 equal to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1 equal to z minus z1 divided by z2 minus z1. Okay, so these are the equation of the line. When our line, a point is given and direction is given, then vector form is vector r equal to vector a plus lambda vector b. Okay, and in a Cartesian form it is x minus x1 by a equal to y minus y1 by b equal to z minus z1 by c. And if you are, instead of, these are direction ratios, instead of direction ratio, if you are given direction cosines, then replace this a b c by direction cosines, and that is symbol is lmn. Okay, so this is when a point is given and direction is given. And if you are given 2 points, then the vector form of the equation of line is given as vector r equal to vector a plus lambda b minus a, and in a Cartesian form it is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1 equal to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y1 equal to z minus z1 divided by z2 minus z1. So these are the equation of the lines with the given conditions. Next we shall write angle between two lines. Suppose theta is the angle between two lines, and you are given the direction ratios of two lines. Suppose a1 b1, a1 b1 c1, and a2 b2 c2 are the direction ratios of two lines, and theta is the angle between the two lines. Then we can give that cos theta equal to magnitude of a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 divided by under the square root a1 square plus b1 square plus c1 square into under the square root a2 square plus b2 square plus c2 square. If you transfer cos over here, it becomes cos inverse, so you get the value of angle theta, the angle between the two lines. So this is a formula between angle between the two lines. Next our topic is shortest distance between two lines. If two lines intersect in a space, then the shortest distance between them is 0. If the two lines are intersecting, then the shortest distance between them is 0. Okay, in a space there are lines which are neither intersecting nor parallel. Such a pair of lines are non-coplanar and are called skew lines. So this is the definition of skew lines. In a space there are lines which are neither intersecting nor parallel. In fact, they are lines which are not coplanar, and those lines we call it as a skew lines. Now we shall find the distance between two skew lines. Let L1 and L2 be two skew lines with equations r equal to a1 plus lambda b1 and r equal to a2 plus mu b2. Okay, this is just now what we defined. We derived the same formula of a line I am using. Okay, so this is a1 and a2 are the points on the line, and b1 and b2 are the directions of the line. Okay, and lambda and mu are the constants, or you can say real numbers. Take any point S on L1 with position vector a1 and T on L2 with position vector a2. Now I have got two skew lines L1 and L2. Take a point S on L1 with position vector as a1 and T on line L2 with position vector a2. Then magnitude of shortest distance vector will be equal to that of projection of ST along direction of line of shortest distance. Now we have to find the shortest distance. Okay, so the magnitude of the shortest distance will be the vector which is equal to the projection of ST along direction of line of shortest distance. Okay, so that will be the shortest distance between this q line. If vector PQ is the shortest distance vector between L1 and L2, then it being perpendicular to both B1 and B2, unit vector n cap along PQ is. Now the shortest distance we take as PQ, and this PQ has to be perpendicular. Okay, shortest distance is usually perpendicular, so PQ will be perpendicular. Okay, so shortest distance is suppose PQ between L1 and L2, that will be perpendicular to both B1 and B2, and the unit vector n cap along PQ vector is given by n cap equal to B1 vector B1 cross vector B2 divided by magnitude of B1 cross B2. See, this unit vector will be perpendicular to the both the directions B1 and B2. Okay, B1 is the direction of the first line and B2 is the direction of the second line. Okay, as I said, this is A1 and A2 are the position vector of the point passing from the given line. Okay, and B1 and B2 are the directions. Okay, that I already said. That means if I am taking the line PQ which is perpendicular to L1 and L2, that means it is also perpendicular to the direction, that is B1 and B2. Okay, both the direction. That's why I have written will be direction. The PQ is between distance between L1 and L2, and that is perpendicular to both B1 and B2, that is direction of both the lines. Okay, so therefore the n cap, the unit vector along PQ, is given as the formula P1 cross B2 divided by magnitude of B1 cross B2. Okay, this value we know. Okay, this is like unit vector formula, A cap equal to vector A divided by magnitude of A. Okay, and when cross product is there, the vector which you get is perpendicular. Okay, therefore B1 cross B2 divided by magnitude of B1 cross B2. Then PQ equal to D n cap. So then we can say the shortest distance PQ equal to D times n cap. N cap is the unit vector. Okay, like D is equal to magnitude of shortest distance vector. Let theta be the angle between ST and PQ, then PQ is equal to ST cos theta. Okay, so now if we take theta angle, okay, theta angle between ST and PQ. Okay, we take the angle between ST and PQ as theta, then the relation between ST and PQ with cos theta will be, just using the previous formula, we can write as PQ is equal to ST cos theta. Okay, so PQ equal to ST cos theta. But we know that cos theta, the formula is equal to magnitude of PQ vector dot ST vector divided by magnitude of PQ vector into magnitude of ST vector. Okay, so this is the formula of cos theta, right? So cos theta equal to PQ dot ST divided by magnitude of PQ into magnitude of ST, and you take the magnitude of whole thing. Now we can write PQ from here, D n cap, and ST. ST will be position vector of T minus position vector of S, that is A2 minus A1. Okay, so I have written here ST equal to A2 minus A1, and PQ, again you put the value as PQ as D n cap. N cap, see here magnitude, so n cap magnitude will be this one, so I am writing only D. Magnitude if you take, it will give you only D, and magnitude of ST as it is. Then cos theta equal to D can be written, this D and this D you can cut, and n cap we can write from here. Okay, this value. So I am writing B1 cross B2, this numerator, and this denominator written here, magnitude of B1 cross B2. Okay, this same value but just written little differently. Okay, not exactly same way but little differently. Then ST as it is, and A2 minus A1 also as it is, right? Therefore required shortest distance D equal to PQ equal to ST cos theta, magnitude of cos theta. So D equal to B1 cross B2 into A2 minus A1 divided by magnitude of B1 cross B2. Okay, where is this ST gone? ST will cancel out with this ST because I am placing the value of cos theta in this, right? So if you put the cos theta, this ST is there and here also ST is there, so they will cut each other and remains only the value of this value. Okay, ST will cancel only this value, and that is what your shortest distance between the two skew lines. So shortest distance between the two skew lines is D equal to B1 cross B2 dot A2 minus A1 divided by magnitude of B1 cross B2 and the whole magnitude you are taking. So that is the shortest distance in vector form. Now we shall write the same thing in a Cartesian form. So in Cartesian form, the shortest distance between two lines L1 x2 x minus x1 by a1 equal to y minus y1 by b1 equal to z minus z1 by c1, and L2 x minus x2 by a2 equal to y minus y2 by b2 equal to z minus z2 by c2. These are the equation of the line in Cartesian form. So the distance is given as, the shortest distance is given as the determinant. We can say x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2 divided by under the square root b1 c2 minus b2 c1 whole square plus c1 a2 minus c2 a1 whole square plus a1 b2 minus a2 b1 whole square, and this is the magnitude we are taking. Okay, so that is in the Cartesian form. Now distance between two parallel lines, that was q lines. Now between two parallel lines, if two lines L1 parallel to L2, then they are coplanar, given by r equal to a1 plus lambda b1 and r is equal to a2 plus mu b2. Okay, so we have got two lines which are parallel. If they are parallel, then they are coplanar, and therefore we are giving the equation of the line as r equal to a1 plus lambda b1, r is equal to a2 plus mu b2. Okay, same like the previous one. Two lines taken, and this a1 and a2 are the position vector of the point, b1 and b2 are the directions, and lambda and mu are the real numbers. Okay, where a1 and a2 are position vector of s and t on line L1 and L2. So I have just drawn the figure over here. There is two lines L1 and L2, they are parallel. Point S is on L1 with position vector a1, and point T is on L2 with position vector a2. Okay, and I am drawing perpendicular from the line L2 to L1. Let TP perpendicular to L1. Okay, as I said that I am drawing a perpendicular from set L2 to L1. Therefore distance between L1 and L2 is magnitude of TP. So this distance will be the shortest distance. Let theta be the angle between ST and vector B. Here the theta between ST and the vector B will be this angle angle theta. Okay, since they are in a planar, we can show the angle over here. Here it is a bit difficult to show, okay, because they are not coplanar. Okay, non coplanar, that's why we cannot show there, but here I have showed because they are in the same plane, so we can show it easily. Let theta be the angle between ST and B. Therefore B cross ST equal to magnitude of B into magnitude of ST into sine theta n cap. Call it equation 1, where n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to plane of L1 and L2. So n cap is a unit vector perpendicular to both the lines or the plane containing the lines L1 and L2. But ST equal to, you know, ST will be position vector of T minus position vector of S. So position vector of T is A2 and S is A1. So A2 minus A1. Okay, you can put vector sign. And PT equal to ST sine theta. From equation 1, here B cross ST. So ST you can put as A2 minus A1. Okay, here also you put the vector sign. A2 minus A1 equal to B, this one B, and instead of ST we can put ST sine theta, right? Instead of ST sine theta we can put PT. So I can put here ST sine theta, I put the value as PT, and cap is as it is, right? So taking equation 1, ST value place this one, and ST sine theta put PT. Okay, so ST sine theta, this value is placed by PT and n cap as it is. Now we shall take the magnitude on both the sides. So magnitude of this, that is magnitude of B cross A2 minus A1 equal to magnitude of B, magnitude of PT, and magnitude of n cap will be 1 because it is a unit vector. Okay, that means I want to find the shortest distance, that is PT, this distance, right? So the distance will be PT equal to this to transfer over here, it will go in the denominator. So we get PT equal to magnitude of vector B cross A2 minus A1 divided by magnitude of this vector B, and this is the shortest distance, we denote it by D, and this is the distance between two parallel lines L1 and L2. We'll keep this much for today. Thank you very much.